2002. The Wales Deaf Rugby went out and played in a World Cup in New Zealand, and they played in the final on Eden Park against a New Zealand deaf team, and they were victorious in that game. We haven't had a World Cup since 2002, so Wales Deaf are the current world champions. The key game for us is England, so we get to play them once or twice a year. We're really good for each other. We need one another as an organisation, because deaf rugby, whilst it is about the result on the field, is a higher purpose as well, which is the promotion of people who are deaf and hard of hearing participating in sport.
Tim Driscoll from the RFC, second row.
My son has been involved with Wales Deaf for the last year. He actually got involved with it. He was playing for the Welsh Academicals against the Wales Deaf last year at Mountain Ash. They found out that he was hard of hearing, and that's how he got involved. Got to be honest, he really enjoys it. It's brought him out of himself a little bit as regards with all the people who he's involved with here. When he's playing rugby with the other people, some of them don't know he's hard of hearing, I suppose, and it's brought him out of himself, so all the other people then, they see that he plays for Wales Deaf, gets him more involved with everybody else, and obviously it's a good experience for him.
I did a community setup with the WDRU, and to see deaf kids by large numbers participating, it was inspiring to me. I went back and I look back and thinking, at least I can partially hear. Some of the kids can't, and they're profoundly deaf, so I've got a lot to thank for.
Part of our ethos is we are no barriers, and what we aim to do is allow deaf and hard of hearing children the opportunity to come and play at this elite level, but equally to go on to their clubs. Get in contact with us, have a look at our website, the Wales Deaf Rugby, and you can contact our community programme. So if you're between the age of 6 and 16, come and get involved in us. We do have some events you can attend, and we'd love to see you.
It completely changed me, being around the same people with similar difficulties. There's a lot on the line. You're playing for your country. In terms of standard, these boys are absolutely quality. In the likes of classrooms in uni, I can't hear, but you think you do things to change that, and nobody should be knocked down just for being hard of hearing, and you should never knock your confidence. If anything, coming to a place like this helps. It's amazing what this has done for me, to be honest with you.
Have you played in this game before?
In the England game, yeah, I have.
What's it like?
It is quite good. You've got to up it a little bit more than a normal game. It's just a different feeling completely. I think I've developed quite well, gone up leagues, gone quite high playing rugby, got an international cap, so all well.
It's said that rugby is the most complicated team sport, and that comes from being a continuous team sport, requiring continuous adjustment, people to be in different positions and interchanging position. So communication is key. So we do very much base ourselves on set moves as a team, but equally, there's taps. Some people can hear, so there's a lot of shouting goes on the field, but a lot of it is predetermined, preset. So we run pod systems quite often. But it is all about body language. It is all about shouting. It's whatever it does to get the job done. A lot of these boys play, good rugby, and when you put on the jersey for your country, a bit extra goes in. There'll probably be a few late hits because people pretend they can't hear the whistle, and some genuinely can't. But it's no different really from your average good game of rugby. But I like to think that we can hold our own against a lot of teams.
Although we are deaf, we still play to the best of our abilities, and like I said, it's a very good standard, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. I played last year, both occasions at the Arms Park and in Northampton, so it was great opportunities playing on such lovely grounds, so really good.
For any rugby player in the world, to play at such a venue as this is just a fantastic, momentous, occasion. Certainly for the England deaf team, players coming from junior clubs who are not even at national or Premiership clubs. So actually playing a pitch like this is such an honour, so they're really looking forward to it. We tend to play charity matches, which help put the word out. We sort of promote deaf rugby not only to adults but also to children in those local areas. So whatever club we play at, we work with the National Deaf Children's Society, and get them involved, and we get the crowd of the children along, such as these guys today. So it's spreading the word. It's just showing that because you're deaf doesn't mean you can't play rugby. It's a sport for all.
They're kids from all around Wales who have been part of our community programme this year. We've gone to a number of schools across all the regions and North Wales, working with these children, trying to get them interested in rugby. And we've actually managed to pick up a couple who are looking like they're going to be part of this team in the future.
Make no bones about it, this is a proper rugby international. Try telling the players, the crowd and the choir who joined into the lusty rendition of Hen Wadman Hardai that it isn't. And although Wales have been comfortable winners the last few times these two teams have met, England had 5 new caps this time round, including a current Cornish county player and a couple of the stars of Hartbury College, the alma mater of quite a few international rugby stars. So there was something in the air that suggested it was going to be just a little bit tighter today. The early exchanges confirmed this, with the English forwards running strongly and their backs showing quite a lick of pace. They enjoyed most of the early pressure and could have taken the lead with this penalty, which drifted narrowly wide. But despite the early pressure, England couldn't make their mark on the scoreboard, and as the half wore on, the hosts' experience started showing through. The large crowd were enjoying the game and the occasion.
It has a marvellous effect on the whole of the spectre of Welsh rugby, because with the community, the deaf community for example, and the importance of it to everyone, and the standard here is excellent, and it has a great part to play in the whole structure.
But as the players and the officials are saying, the occasion is almost more important than the match itself.
Well, you could say that, but as far as I'm concerned, I've been involved with Wales Deaf, and Welsh Rugby Union supports them greatly. It's the effect, as I said, because it's so important to have the community represented in this way. And we're delighted today to have the Minister for the community here in Jane Hutt, and that's been a big boost as well.
There's so much support here as well, but it is about confidence. It is about ensuring that, you know, the deaf community is part of what's so important to us in Wales, but in England as well. And I do congratulate the Welsh Rugby Union for making it possible for the clubs to support this initiative.
And just as the Minister was talking about initiative, Wales grabbed it with both hands. Both the hands of skipper Adam Brake, that is, who crossed for this try. The conversion by Celyn Ashton of Treorchy RFC was missed, but Ashton soon found his range with this penalty, which put the hosts 8-0 ahead. England bounced back though, creating more pressure, but again they couldn't convert this to points. "8-0 then at the interval, and it was still anyone's game. But it was the home side who made the telling score. Substitute prop Damien David from Taibach RFC forcing his way over for the 5 points. Ashton added the conversion, and this led to a sustained period of Welsh pressure, with the skipper's brother David Brake almost crossing for a score here. And it was the skipper himself, Adam, who then went close again to adding to the Welsh score with this effort. Wales continued to press as the half wore on.
It's the old enemy, isn't it? It's just nice to beat England, and good score today, 18-0 so far, and they look like they're building. I think England are trying. They've got a number of new players in, but the defence is just too good for Wales. Adam Brake, the captain, I think is just having an immense game and just totally dominating in the breakdown.
But you enjoyed it, have you?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and it's several years I've been involved with the Welsh Deaf, but not in official capacity for a few years. But it's a great game of rugby. It's an international on a budget.
England had the last word of the very well-deserved late consolation try from Hartbury product, Cameron Roberts. Final score in a tightly contested game, Wales Deaf 18, England Deaf 5.
So to receive the Broad Street Cup, the Welsh captain Adam Brake. Today's winners then, Wales.
Tough game, Adam.
Yeah, very, very physical. But they're a completely different team. All credit to them, really pushed us.
It looked like a hard game from the terrace. Was it hard out there?
Look at the blood on me. So yeah, very physical. Like I said,
very, very satisfying win, though.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, they really made us work for that. That's the toughest England game I've ever played. So hats off to them.
But we had a lot of pressure in the second half.
Yeah, well, our aim was trying not to give any points. We wanted to keep that red brick wall. Unfortunately, instead of death, they got the try. But they probably deserved that, to be fair, because they worked their hearts.
But as you say, the quality of that game today and the competitiveness of it has taken it up a notch from previous years.
Oh, exactly. And like I said in the other interview, the passion is incredible on both teams.
But things are looking good for deaf rugby if this is the standard that people can expect.
Oh yeah, and more.
Brilliant. So. Many congratulations, Adam. Great game, great result. Thank you very much. Cheers.
We were approached by Wales Deaf 3 years ago to look at sponsoring them, and what we discovered was their community schools programme fitted exactly with Specsavers' community message, and we're doing now eyes and ears ourselves as well. It was a perfect match for us.
Hopefully onwards and upwards now with deaf rugby in Wales. We've drawn a big crowd here for the second year in a row, slightly bigger maybe than last year, and hopefully we'll continue to attract big crowds to our games because they see the quality of rugby is there. The clubs that are providing our players are playing in Division 1 within the WDRU pyramid, and I think, you know, we're a spectacle now that people want to see. Without the sort of children in the sort of system, there's no future for us, so it's vital that we hang on to them, we put them into clubs, we place them, we help them develop.
No, it always helps having the home advantage. You can't fault the crowd, they're absolutely amazing. You know, and it's inspiring for those little kids as well, the deaf children. Hopefully see them in a few years coming through the ranks.
We work with all the deaf and hard of hearing children throughout Wales, whether they're in mainstream school or units or special units. So we go into the schools, we take the WDRU coaches with us, we run little taster sessions, and our aim is to create one day an academy, because these children of Wales, deaf or hard of hearing, you know, they're our future players. These boys are their role models, you know, they give them something, you know, they inspire them. And we won! Yay! Awesome, we're going to celebrate now. Yeah.